Reddit did to do and welcome into more important issues. It is Wednesday, September 25th. We're here for some fun reps. That's what Juwan Jennings is doing, so that's what we're doing today, right?
All about the fun reps.
Absolutely. I don't even know what that means, but we're here for it.
Yeah.
We're absolutely here for it. I mean,
it's not leadership reps, though. It's actual, it's fun reps.
It's fun reps. There's a big difference.
Yeah.
A big
Huge.
Difference. Certainly not hating, not saying Juwan Jennings needs to be playing quarterback, but I'm not saying.
I wouldn't hate it.
I wouldn't hate it. That's what I'm getting at. Hope you guys are having a good week so far. It's a weird week. It's like we're like freaking out about Georgia. We're freaking out about just Tennessee football in general. But man, it's gonna be nice this Saturday to just enjoy some college football games. Actually, I don't know. There's not that many great college football games. So
yeah, I've just been paying more since we're so bad to like get my mind off of it. I've actually been paying attention to other teams.
It's forced you to watch more games.
Yeah,
it's forced you to.
Yeah,
you don't get to go out and celebrate.
No. Nope. Especially away games. When you lose away games, you're just like, well, crap.
Yeah, might as well watch it. Whatever's on. Guys, before we jump into this episode, we are going to talk about everything going on with football. Guys leaving, recruiting, Pruitt, the people that are on campus right now. Basketball practice officially started. Is that yesterday? Yeah. So there's so many times I saw that Memphis tweet. So now it feels like today. It feels like my days are running together. Well, the college football preview. We'll have our NFL power rankings as well as we'll talk about what's going on in the league. Before we do that, let me tell you guys about MyBookie. If you found $100 on the street, would you pick it up or keep walking? Of course you take the money. So why do you keep picking winners and not betting on them? That's why I go to MyBookie. It's fast, it's easy, and they pay when you win. Let's face it, where you're betting is just as important as who you're betting on. I wouldn't be telling you guys to bet with them if they weren't the best. Do the smart thing. If you're going to bet this football season, bet with MyBookie. Did you know you can bet on games after kickoff? By the second half, it looks like your bet is going to lose. You can always just take the other side. If you're the kind of guy that likes to bet a little and win a lot, try parlay. If all your picks come through, you'll multiply your winnings, and no matter how you bet, the NFL season is the best time of the year. Join now. MyBookie will double your first deposit, only if you use the promo code CHAIR, that's CHAIR, to activate the offer. Visit mybookie.ag today. You play, you win, you get paid. Did you see the guy who had a 10-team parlay on an 89-cent bet, and he would have won $500,000 if the Redskins had won?
Damn.
None of his bets hit. If that 10th one had hit.
Who did the Redskins play?
The Bears on Monday night.
Well, that was a dumb bet.
Well, that's why it paid out so big, is because the money line was huge. But, yeah.
Case Keenum couldn't get it done for him.
Yeah, I know. I think I read somewhere, though, that it may have not been real, the bet, so I don't, So if we're looking at it from that standpoint, who cares?
So some fake news.
Some fake news, yeah.
Gotta love the fake news.
Absolutely. I guess let's jump right into it. The big talk has been this week.
No, the big talk is that you look like Steve Bartman.
I look nothing like... Is it because I'm wearing a Cubs hat?
Yeah, basically. And you're wearing glasses. Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, I don't think he had a beard.
Yeah. You're still Steve Bartman.
I hate you.
Comment if you actually think Caleb looks like Steve Bartman.
If anybody comments that, I don't care, actually. I feel like he's making money off that now. So, like, how mad can he be,
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I think he's allowed back in the stadium.
Yeah, he is, right? After the last World Series win?
Yeah, I think so.
After 16? I think he is. Yeah, how mad can you really be after last time? Or after...
I'm sure they don't let him sit, like, anywhere close to...
Yeah. No, you're like 10 rows back minimum.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely.
Getting nowhere near that.
No. But yeah, the talk of the town, for some reason, I guess if you agree with it, then you're not wondering for some reason, but it's Pruitt's time at Tennessee. Is it done yet? I don't think so. I don't think it's close. I mean, it's certainly not off to a good start.
Nope.
I guess what you have to ask is, because if we're going to compare it, we have to compare it to what we've done or what we've had and looked at lately. Did Pruitt inherit a better situation than Butch Jones? Did Pruitt inherit a better situation than Derek Dooley? He definitely inherited a better situation than... No, sorry. He definitely didn't inherit a better situation than Lane Kiffin. He definitely didn't inherit a better situation than Derek Dooley. I don't know about for Butch Jones. I don't know if it's better. or worse?
I don't know that either. I will say this.
Butch didn't have a quarterback.
It's true.
I'm not trust me. I'm not trying to sit here and white knight for Butch Jones. He sucked.
Yeah,
he didn't. And I was talking about this with someone today. I was like, everyone kind of just assumed he would fail in 17, and it was fair to assume when you look at that roster. And he was unable to make a New Year's Six bowl with that 16 team. You just assumed he would fail.
Yeah,
and that's fair. That's totally fair. But yeah, I don't know if the situation. It was definitely worse than.
It's definitely not good.
It's not good. It was definitely worse than Dooley, Kiffin took when they took over.
Well, I look at it kind of from recruiting, and so Pruitt had to scramble to get a recruiting class because Butch Jones just stopped recruiting.
Right.
It was just over with. Cade May's gone. Alontae Taylor was gone. If y'all remember that, Alontae Taylor had decommitted from Tennessee, and Pruitt basically had to beg and plead to get him back in this recruiting class.
Yeah, there were a lot of guys that after 3 or 4 weeks with that 17 season were not coming to Tennessee.
No. And you went and got Shrout. Shrout was a last-minute get because Adrian Martinez, Michael Penix Jr. had all gone.
Right.
So you didn't have a quarterback. You had to scramble to get one of those, and at least we got somebody to fill a class.
Right.
We had to go get JUCO guys. Dominic Wood-Anderson's been great. Jameer Johnson has been fine, but he's well undersized. And we knew that as soon as we got him. He was good offensive lineman in junior college.
Yeah.
But in the SEC, he's well undersized.
Now I'm going to have to look up Tennessee's recruiting class for 2013 because I just don't remember it. I do remember Butch Jones scrambling and fighting off Arizona State for Josh Dobbs.
Yep.
That's all I remember from that class.
Yeah, I agree.
So we're going to look at Marquis North was a freshman in 13? There's no way. I guess he was.
No, that's not right. There's no way. He wasn't the same as Josh Dobbs.
I didn't think so. That's what it's got him as on 247. That's according to 247. Jalen Reese-Maben, who I believe Butch Jones got. Riley Ferguson was in that class. Forgot about him. Corey Vereen. Cam Sutton, who was a 3-star. Brett Kendrick was in that class. I believe Dooley offered him. Josh Smith. Kendall Vickers. And that was pretty much it of the names. So I'd say that recruiting class, I don't know where they stack with Tennessee's. They're 11th in the SEC, so not a great class. 25th in the country. The situation is definitely not good at Tennessee. The SEC East specifically is, I don't know if it's as strong. You make the argument that Georgia's a much better team than they were in 13. Florida, I guess, was still not, this SEC East may be stronger than that year, honestly.
Yeah.
We beat South Carolina that year, but that
Can you imagine this class if they didn't get Josh Dobbs?
Oh, it'd be a disaster. That's probably him and Corey Vereen and Cam Sutton are probably the only. You have Jalen Reese-Maben in that.
Yeah.
But guys in that class that made an impact.
But you got to remember, two of those are in-state guys. They probably wanted to come here regardless of the coach.
Right. But yeah, but there's not a lot of high impact guys.
Well, Cam Sutton's not I'm sorry, he's from Georgia, so he did get him.
Yeah. I don't remember how that went down in terms of. I believe Butch Jones went and got him. In fairness to that,
yeah.
But
but still not a highly rated guy.
No.
Just a 3-star.
You kind of looked out on him because I don't think you really developed him, judging by how you developed everyone else.
Diamond in the rough.
Him. Yeah. I could be wrong about that, but let's be fair. I'll tell you this right now. I don't want Jeremy Pruitt gone. I'm not sold on Jeremy Pruitt being the guy. But that doesn't mean fire. Get rid of him.
Yeah.
And apparently, here's what's funny is Philip Fulmer can't take. If what we're hearing from, I believe it was Doug Matthews, is true, Philip Fulmer can't take over, which has been the big rumor for some reason. Because apparently he's been telling recruits that Pruitt is going to be the coach.
Yeah.
Well, you can't say that to recruits and then step in and try to recruit. So it is if the Doug Matthews report is true, he will not be the. He will never be the. You won't be firing Pruitt to take over or anything. Yeah. So.
Well, I think he's made some mistakes, but he's owned up to those mistakes. He said that.
Is that good or bad that you're doing it and still aren't fixing it?
Right, but I mean, he mentioned that the Tyson Helton was a disaster. Mm-hmm. You fixed it. You hope you fixed it, but I mean, you would think with Jim Chaney's record that you fix that. You should fix that problem.
You would assume that is a fixed issue.
Yeah,
I agree.
He said that he didn't really get to know the players in his first year. He was pulled in so many directions. He said that, and I'm in it for the players, and that was on him. I mean, when did Butch Jones ever he made a mistake?
He was rarely owning up to mistakes. I think it's definitely true that Pruitt is a better football coach than Butch Jones. I don't think that's a question.
Yeah,
it's just I was just comparing what we've had in the past to what we're at now, and I don't know if that 13 team they had a chance to overachieve. They probably overachieved by beating South Carolina, but even that South Carolina win got them to 5-7. Mm-hmm. It didn't get them to 6-6, 7-5. It got them to 5-7. You did almost beat Georgia that year, but that was a Mark Richt coach team, and I think Mark Richt's a good football coach. But he also had the ability, probably inability is a better way to put that. He had the ability though to make bad teams look good by letting them stay in it.
And Pruitt punched him in the face, right?
Yeah, apparently. That's drunkenly punched him in the face is the rumor. But yeah,
I want to see one more recruiting class.
I would like to see one more recruiting class.
I wish he would stop babying JG, and I think he's getting to that point.
I do too. I think I agree with what you said at the beginning of the year. When you even mentioned it last week, or Sunday, excuse me, about how you think Pruitt's doing a lot of this to try to get some confidence out of JG. When's that patience going to kind of run up? We're like, dude, I've had you back since this started, and you're not doing it. Which some of it tells me that it's not all this faux confidence where he's just trying to instill confidence. Like he actually does believe in him. Some of that tells me that, or he would probably surely after Florida he would get down with him. And it also tells me that the quarterbacks behind him aren't, and this is something we know, aren't head and shoulders better than JG, aren't even better than JG.
Yeah.
So and that doesn't mean they can't get to that point. One's a freshman, one's a redshirt freshman. So it doesn't mean they can't get to that point, but they just aren't there right now.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know what you do in that situation, but I think eventually, like you said, he's got to grab him by the neck and not like choking, but back of the neck, walk with him, and just be like, dude, you're not getting it done. Like, I'm going to have to do something. Like, my job is on the line, too. It's not just your job. It's my job, and I'm actually getting paid.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money that I won't get paid.
Oh, or we'll get paid if he gets fired.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, we're really good at making buyouts.
Yeah, really good. Yeah, I would like to see him one more year. The quarterback situation, it sucks.
It sucks. But you also assume, and it's a safe assumption, it gets better after the season.
Oh, yeah.
So, we'll see about that.
We'll see.
I don't know yet, but you assume that's the case.
But if you get one more recruiting class in, that fills some holes for you.
Absolutely.
Like, you have guys, you have holes right now around this team. So, first, I'll start with our biggest recruit right now. It's Keyshawn Lawrence. Where are you struggling at? Safety.
And then, I'm not going to pronounce his name right. Defensive end from Harrison Bailey's, Marietta.
Yeah, BJ Ojolari.
So,
defensive line, outside linebacker. You have Tyler Barron. He's not committed yet, but he's definitely damn near.
Yeah.
Jay Hardy. You got Dominique Bailey already. At quarterback, you have Harrison Bailey. You have guys coming in that can fit in where we need guys to fit in.
Absolutely. And everybody's kind of talked about it and said, I just don't believe that this staff got to Tennessee and forgot how to coach. No. These are proven coaches. And I agree with that. That's why I think a positive with Jeremy Pruitt is that he's assembled a top-notch staff. Whereas, like, you look at Butch Jones, the patience runs up from an athletic director standpoint and a fan standpoint when you hire someone like Larry Scott to be your offense coordinator. You have an open position there. And I'm not saying guys with names wanted it, but you had guys that had been proven that you could have at least called. And you may have called and missed. I don't know. But you shouldn't have missed. Jeremy Pruitt's shown that he's willing to not only get rid of guys that just aren't getting the job done, but he's also willing to go out and get guys that not only does he believe will get the job done, but have gotten the job done elsewhere.
Yeah.
And then he'll pay money to get it done too. He understands that, or someone understands, maybe Philip Fulmer, hopefully he's learned from his mistakes, that you need the staff around you.
Yeah, I mean, if one thing is for sure, Jeremy Pruitt and the staff can recruit.
Yeah, they can recruit, and they can coach.
And we need guys. And I don't think, has the coaching, have they made mistakes? Absolutely. But a lot of it is on execution. A lot of it is on players. I think JG is a mental head case. And I think he's been like that.
He may be.
When he's up, he's up. When he's down, he's way down.
I can't say that for sure, and but I mean he's struggled, and it looks like a lot mentally. This coaching staff can coach, and we talked about how it can be on the players, it can be on the coaches. At the end of the day, it's on the team, and then it's on the leaders of the team, and that's the coaches. So it does fall back on them.
And they deserve some criticism because losing to Georgia State, it don't matter what you have on the field. You should have been able to beat them.
And that same thing for the players too. Like it's inexcusable for whoever you are.
Yeah,
You're
absolutely.
at the University of Tennessee. It's inexcusable. I'm a little bit excited for Georgia because number one, as good as Georgia is, I just don't. I hope with the way they play their offense, it won't just be a boat. They won't be trying to score as many points as possible.
Yeah,
we'll see.
When we go to Alabama, that's gonna be bad.
Yeah, Alabama wins.
I mean, they're literally playing rock paper scissors to see who runs the deep route.
They don't even need to run deep routes. 3 yard slants.
Yeah.
5-yard hitches. And
Henry Ruggs is running faster than Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. They're gonna have. They might as well just dress. They might as well sit to it for the whole game because if something happens,
why don't we just quit this season?
Yeah.
Like, we're good at stopping things. Can we just create where we just play Alabama, Clemson for the national championship and then move on to next season? Can we just go ahead and get that over with?
I don't even want to do that.
I mean, that's gonna happen.
Oh, I thought you meant okay. Oh, wait, no. What if I don't know? Clemson is curious. Alabama will do it. Alabama will be there.
Okay. You don't think Clemson will?
I'm not saying I don't think Clemson will. There's some good teams.
So you think Oklahoma?
Oklahoma, they can be there. I think Georgia can be there.
Okay.
Now, I'm saying I think Alabama will definitely be there. And I'm not saying Clemson won't be there.
Yeah.
There's some good teams.
I get what you're saying. There are some good teams.
Even it's a Big Ten team, so I'm sitting here going to say no. But if Wisconsin can run the ball like that, of course, it could have just been the, ineptitude of Michigan. But if they can run the ball like that, they can have some teams on upset alert.
Dude, so this transfer portal thing, I know we'll get into this in a second, but it just brought it to my attention. The rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. Because you're not able, these guys that are leaving because you're losing, you don't get those scholarships back. You lost 3 guys, you don't get to sign 28 this next class.
And you know who's going to be calling? If they're good players. And they're experienced, Nick Saban will be on the phone.
Yeah, what's up?
I saw you run the ball pretty well. You want guys if they're good players.
You want to return kicks for us?
If they're good players, they're going to find a good roster. Jalen Hurts.
But I mean, guys will, even if they're not playing, guys that are winning are going to stay on that team. He's like, hey, I'll get a ring. I'm not playing next year.
Rarely, unless it's guys that really probably will be in the league, rarely will guys will leave the team. Jalen Hurts, guys like that can go win somewhere and will get in the league. They're going to transfer.
Yeah.
But
we got lucky with Aubrey Solomon. Which
we did get lucky with Aubrey Solomon. He
hasn't done great.
No.
I guess. But
think about what we'd be doing without Aubrey Solomon right now.
Oh, yeah, it'd be bad. It would be bad.
Can it get worse? I don't know. I do want to briefly touch on the quarterback situation because I know we're going to talk about team news and how we can fix this, what the problem is. I do want to talk about quarterbacks. So I spent Monday in the morning and watched all of Brian Maurer's 13 throws, I believe, 11 completions, 14 pass attempts, 13 pass attempts, 11 throws, and 4 completions, something like that. Yeah. I watched all the plays, and again, we talked about this. It's not obvious that he's a better quarterback. I don't think he necessarily is a better quarterback. I don't know how to define that right now with what we've seen, but he is confident, maybe a little bit cocky. He's confident. Yeah,
that's what we need.
No, we need some confidence. He brings energy to the team, which is needed, right? Energy to the offense, especially, which is needed right now. He's got a stronger arm, or not stronger than JG, but he's got a solid arm. I mean, good enough.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing is he made some bad freshman mistakes. But the good thing about that, he's a freshman.
He's a freshman.
JG made a lot of freshman mistakes too. He's a 4-year guy.
Yeah.
So
it's rough.
The freshman mistakes are inexcusable to an extent.
Yep.
But at least they're being made by freshmen.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't. I mean, I think he might have went 3 and out on his third drive, which may have been the final straw. But he didn't go 3 and out on all 3 drives. And one drive, he drove the ball down, I guess 70 yards.
Went to a field goal.
Yeah, and kicked a field goal.
Yeah.
We started at I don't know where we started at. Because I don't know if we returned it or if we went to the end zone.
I don't know.
Because it probably would have been 50, 60 yards down the field for a field goal.
Yeah.
But we got points. I don't understand. We talked about this on Sunday. I don't understand pulling them.
Oh no, it's mind-boggling to me. I have no clue why. Just let him play. And the play calling didn't do him any favors whatsoever because we just stopped running the ball.
Right.
That made no sense to me whatsoever.
Yeah. So the first 2 plays of the drive, Eric Gray ran the ball. Don't remember the run plays right now off the top of my head. I didn't really track them, but he ran the ball both times for a first down.
Yeah, just let him run the offense. The game is already done.
Yeah, it wasn't done at that point. That's why I don't understand getting away from.
Well, by the time it was his third drive, the game was well in hand. It was pretty much over, right?
No, it was 24-3, 17-3 with like 4.5 minutes left in the third quarter when we brought JG back in.
Oh,
it wasn't over.
24-3.
I mean, it's going to take a turnaround, but the defense, like we talked about, like we were on the defense, and then I go and watch that game again, and I'm thinking, at what point though do you just get exhausted because you're on the field so much? Like that stuff builds on you, like.
Yeah, and a lot of people were like, our secondary sucks again. We got freaking Justin Martin, Malik Foreman back there again. I mean, yeah, Nigel Warrior hasn't done a lot for us, and I'm not saying any of those DBs had a good game,
right?
Because I think Theo Jackson might have been the best out of all of them,
right?
But
they did enough at one point.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't scoring at will.
Yeah,
and if your defensive line gets any kind of pressure, I mean, Trask could sit back there. He could have shotgun a beard, took a couple jello shots, and still could have thrown a perfect ball to a wide open receiver.
I don't know why you chose doing those 2 things, but
yeah, I mean that's that's on my mind right now.
That's what you would do.
Yeah, that's what I would have done. But I mean, there's no pressure whatsoever. So, I mean,
someone said that's another difference between Butch Jones and Jeremy Pruitt's current tenure is Butch Jones also not only did he have Josh Dobbs, but he also had a record-breaking pass rusher.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, he had guys in great positions.
Yeah, there were a couple times that we had good chances to make plays, and I'll give our defense that too. We created 3 turnovers, or just 2?
3. We had 2 picks and a fumble.
So you create turnovers, you should win that game. When you create 3 turnovers, you should win the turnover battle, and we didn't. Yeah, we didn't.
No.
So,
but I mean,
an issue.
If Trask is back there with 5 to 8 seconds, he's going to find an open receiver. Yep. There's going to be one, and we had to blitz Batuli to even get pressure, which it led to 2 sacks, and 1 was a fumble.
Yeah.
But you open that up in the middle, and that's why you had so many open receivers right there, is because you're having to blitz a linebacker to get a pass rush.
I was mad at the defense. I'm glad I rewatched. I'm not as mad now that I've rewatched.
Yeah.
So, do you want to talk about anything else like team-wise? I know we're going to get into team news, guys leaving, recruiting, stuff like that. Is there anything else you want to get into, like dig into team-wise that's going on currently on the field?
Not really. I mean, I'm not out on Pruitt, but I need to see something. I need to see some improvement. I need to see some kind of change at quarterback. If he rolls JG out there against Georgia and he makes the same mistakes, I mean, if he goes out there and balls out, I don't think anybody's going to bat an eye.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to be mad when he rolls out on the field, but if he goes out there and balls out, no one's going to be like, oh, we shouldn't have done that.
That's the thing, though, is like, I feel like you've given him chance after chance. Like, when's the final straw? And I keep saying this over and over to people, and they're like, I just don't think Brian Maurer looked better. And I'm like, I don't think Brian Maurer necessarily looked better than JG, but he certainly did not play himself out of the competition.
No,
he did not. He should still be in contention for the starting job. And that is one thing Pruitt said, is that they're getting all 3 quarterbacks. I assume when he said everybody's getting, he meant those guys. He said everybody's getting equal first team reps.
Yep.
So that's a competition. Like, yeah. You didn't say it, and you can deny it if someone goes, so does that mean there's a competition? But if you're giving them equal first-team reps, it's competition.
Yeah, I will say...
If you've been around football, that's competition.
I will say this. If you're not going to if you're going to start Brian Maurer or play both of them, are you going to play Brian Maurer and JT Shrout? That's fine for Georgia and Alabama, but when it gets to South Carolina, pick a guy for the last couple games of the season. Just pick a guy and roll with it.
I feel like we're one decent quarterback away from being competitive with Mississippi State. Because right now, Mississippi State's going to look like Florida. If that's what we roll out there. With a shoots defense and a quality offense, we're going to...
I'll throw this out there. We're 3-1 with a close loss to probably Florida with a decent quarterback.
Yeah.
And we're in the game against Florida.
I was about to say, you have a chance to win it, I think, with a decent quarterback.
I think me and you both predicted a loss to Florida.
Yeah. I kind of talked myself into it.
Yeah, but at the beginning of the season, we thought we...
Yeah. We did have
so, I mean, that...
I think I called that a... I think I said that was pretty close to a toss-up game, though. If you go back to July, I think I said we have a really good chance of winning that.
Then their quarterback got hurt, and we're like, hey.
Yeah, then you start thinking, we look bad, but...
Yeah.
And then their quarterback ends up beating Kentucky, which isn't necessarily an accomplishment.
Yeah, it's nothing to hang your hat on.
Yeah.
I need to see some improvement. I need to see some fight. And if a quarterback, I need to see some swagger, some moxie about somebody. I mean, JG just, when he threw that pick to Marco Wilson and went over there and argued with Marquez Callaway.
Dude, you hit him in the chest. You hit him in the chest.
Even if Callaway's there, it's still a pick.
I mean, yeah, your best case scenario, that's an incompletion. Hopefully Callaway challenges it enough to...
Or maybe gets offensive pass interference.
Yeah, I don't know.
But then you're backed up and you can't... Third and long, you can just forget about it, so you might as well just punt on third down.
Right.
It's frustrating.
Absolutely.
It's fun to talk about, not really.
It's not.
Everybody's like, well, you got something to talk about. I'm like...
I'd rather be talking about winning and how Florida's ass is.
Yeah, I want to shit talk. And,
yeah.
But, yeah, you can't do anything. Like, Florida held that sign up. There's nothing you can say.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Like, people will comment like, dude, Tennessee sucks, man. What's happening? I'm like,
we know.
You tell me, brother.
God. We know. So team news. We had some guys leaving.
Yep.
Or, sorry, not at practice. Only a few have been announced as leaving.
Yes.
So, do you have those names?
Yeah, so you have wide receiver Jacquez Jones, linebacker Shannon Reed, and then Will Ignont was announced today that he is no longer with the team for personal reasons. Shannon Reed, Jacquez Jones are in the transfer portal. I assume Will Ignont will do the same here pretty soon.
Maybe though those personal reasons, or maybe he's done with football. I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't think John Mincy and Gerard Means have been in practice, so
I guess we'll find out about those guys in the next few days.
I don't know about that. I know there's some rumors about Tim Jordan, Jameer Johnson. I think both of them have practiced the last 2 days. So.
Right. So not yet. They're not.
Yeah.
If they're transferring, they're not saving their red shirt.
But I mean, all those are Butch Jones guys.
Yep.
So I'm not really concerned. I mean, they weren't playing.
Yeah, I get it. Especially the guys who left after 4 games. That Will Ignont have played 2 games. Games.
Will Ignont, he was starting because Batuli was down, and you had a true freshman as the other linebacker. So when Henry T, it was Will Ignont and Batuli.
Yeah. And
then Henry T came in, took Will Ignont. Batuli goes down, he's still starting, so he's fine.
Yeah.
And then
when Batuli came back,
against UTC, Jeremy Banks has 2 interceptions. So you see his upside coming up, you're like, oh crap. And then Batuli comes back, oh yeah, you're not playing anymore.
Yeah. Oh, I get why Will Ignont is leaving. I'm just saying that 4-game mark is why you saw it happen this week.
Oh, yeah. Guys. Yeah, for sure.
But I don't think, like Ignont, he'd only played, 2 games? I don't think he played in every game.
No.
So, I don't know.
Gerard Means, that one would surprise me. I think John Mincy is, I don't know. You saw a lot of him last year, but you haven't really seen much this year. I kind of think people have passed him up.
Yeah. That's
it means those guys. He's been switched back and forth, which I hate this about Pruitt. He's switching people back and forth. I get you're trying to get him on the field, but just quit being so indecisive.
Right.
That's what drives me nuts about Pruitt.
I don't know if it's. Is it indecisiveness or is it needs? I don't know yet.
I do think there is a lack of competition in areas.
Yeah, I think that's why get a recruiting class in here. If next year looks better but not great, maybe 2 recruiting classes in here before you make a good judgment on.
It's very hard to hold guys accountable when you can't replace them for making mistakes.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
And I think that's why JG is so content. He doesn't think he's gonna get
I mean, that's one thought. With the way Pruitt's talked, that's definitely one.
I think Nigel Warrior's in the same boat.
Yeah. Yeah, we need guys to compete and maybe at this point take over. So.
Yep. Bryce Thompson. Case dismissed.
Yeah, completely. So.
Charges dropped. So he's back. Hopefully that Florida game knocked the rest off. I would love to see him against UTC.
Yeah, hard to hold him
nice.
against Florida against him. You haven't practiced in at least 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's
just thrown out there. That's I don't know. That's weird to me. I mean, you held him out 3 games, I guess.
But then I was surprised he started. I mean, you think a guy like that would
power move.
Well, I mean, he hadn't practiced. You think he would? I guess that shows how thin we are there.
Yeah.
As good as Burrell's been from the start, Alante, we had high expectations. As good as we thought they would be, enough, they haven't been.
Yeah. And a lot of that goes on the defensive line.
Oh, yeah. The defensive line does not help them. They do not do them favors.
Nope.
More team news. Oh, sorry.
Oh, more team news?
Bryce Thompson? More?
No, I mean, I just think that's going to be big for him to put that behind him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because I'm sure, like, having to go to court 2 days or 3 days after, I'm sure that's not like. I mean, I'm not making excuses for him, but I feel like that takes a little bit out of you.
Oh, I'm sure.
Knowing you have to go back to Knoxville and go to court in the next couple of days.
Right.
For something you may or may not get in trouble for.
Right.
So, yeah, we'll see more from him.
Yeah.
He's obviously talented, or he wouldn't have showed out like he did last year.
No, he is. I mean, I'm not going to cast too much doubt on him until we see more of him.
Yep. So, I think we mostly point out the issues. Lack of competition.
Don't want to talk about positives right now.
Bad quarterback play. Positives. You want positives? I think all the guys kind of making plays right now, or especially defensively, and maybe on the offensive line, are freshmen.
Yeah.
Or sophomores. They're Pruitt guys. That's why I think you need one more recruiting class to kind of see where we're at.
Yeah, and hopefully that fills holes. You mentioned the holes the needs we've addressed.
Absolutely.
Hopefully it just fills out more holes, and then you're not. That's why I say 1 or 2 more recruiting classes, because then you're not seeing guys play where they're probably not going to be as successful.
Yeah, I will say this. I mean, you're definitely on the hot seat, I would say. You're definitely, anything you do is going to be looked at from a microscope perspective.
Oh, 100%.
So.
100%.
Dude, I just want some excitement.
Don't say that. You're like, if we lost 68-63 or whatever that final was, 69-63, I don't know. 69.
I mean, not really that.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like,
I mean, I'm just
like there's the music like in the stadium is lame. It's third down. Like no one wants that.
Third down.
Like that's so lame. Like we don't take downfield shots. I don't know.
I also don't like the welcome to Rocky Top.
Yeah.
It just sounds cheesy.
I don't know. It's weird. Not a big fan.
Like, I know you don't want to try to be...
John Ward.
No, not John Ward. The guy who... Golly, what's his name?
Tim?
Oh, my word. Huh?
Tim? Priest?
No. The guy in the stadium. Oh, my word.
Oh, Jeff Jarnigan?
Not anymore, the old guy.
Oh.
But he would do, before he did the... It's football
time
do that too.
In Tennessee.
And then he'd do the whole spiel after. Where
Who is that? Is it not Tim Priest?
No, Tim Priest is the guy with...
Oh, that's Tim Priest. Yeah. Tim Priest isn't he the... Who's the guy after the games that's like 108? Is that Tim Priest?
No, Tim Priest isn't that old. I mean, he's old.
Is he the one like asking the players like questions and stuff? After games on...
I don't know who it is.
I don't know.
I hate that I can't remember his name. I'm looking it up.
Yeah, anyway. I just want to see some excitement. Like, I go in there and I'm kind of bored. Like, there's a terrible product on the field. Nothing is exciting in the stadium. The only thing... I will say this. The Inky Johnson video, did you see that?
Which one? There's so many. I mean...
Well, there's
Bobby Denton. I knew.
Bobby Denton. Yeah, that's right. The guy... They have some kind of video. It's similar to the Admiral Schofield one about talking about the noise in the stadium.
I've seen several of Inky Johnson, like, because there's so many of them. That's why I said
He's just such a good speaker. I'm just like, dude, let's go. Like, I'll go try to hit somebody. I don't know if it'll happen, but hey.
It won't. I've seen you try to tackle.
That's true. That's very true.
I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. Just
No, you're not. You're not kidding. Steve Bartman.
60-40. Where was I? Oh, okay. So, any more team news? I can't believe I couldn't remember Bobby Denton's name. My dad is rolling over in his grave right now.
Oh goodness.
Any more team news you want to discuss? You said you want excitement. I can give you excitement unless you're. Are you done or?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I can give you some excitement. It's almost basketball season.
That's true. Uros.
Basketball season is going to kill Blue Chew's.
Oh yeah.
Subscription or whatever. I don't know if it's.
We're getting our Audis back, boys.
We don't need Blue Chew's help. After, in November.
Oh my goodness. Dude, I'm pumped.
So you mentioned.
I don't even know if we're gonna be that good, but I'm pumped.
Well, I mean, let's talk about that. I'm not gonna predict final standings or anything. I'm not ready to do that, but we'll talk briefly about that. I'm ready to. I mean, I guess I was looking at the schedule today. It'll be probably a hectic, November, early October, but I'm gonna try to go to every game. I don't care if it's on Wednesday, if it's at 8:30. I'm gonna be there in every game. Our schedule may change, like
everyone but Memphis, I can go to.
In terms of what nights we record, schedule may change because I want to be at every game.
Yeah, let's get it. We
bought season tickets. We might as well. I mean, we're probably gonna suck just because I bought season tickets. When do I need to stop going to games? It's not gonna be Georgia because
we didn't have season tickets last year, so
it's not gonna be. That's what I'm
so
saying.
is it on us?
It's on us. I mean, I'm football. I'm going to Georgia. I'm sorry. Swiper Boys come by the tailgate, so I got to tailgate. So I'm not gonna stop.
I mean, I'm gonna tailgate.
At what point though, like, do I stop cheering for him? Because like there was 1 year where like 7 games through, I hadn't seen a Tennessee touchdown because I was like, oh, I'm sick of this. Went to the bathroom, or like, I'd go get food in the kitchen for a second. I would, go get something from the concession stands, and we'd score. Like I never saw a score touchdown.
Oh, so you're the bad luck.
Oh, for sure.
You're the Steve Bartman of Tennessee Athletics.
That's it. I'm the curse.
For those of y'all who don't know who Steve Bartman is, he's the guy who caught the foul ball that caused the Cubs to not go to the World Series. Was it in 2001, I think? Maybe?
I don't remember the year. But they were, I mean, they had a good chance to break
the curse,
and it didn't happen.
You're the Steve Bartman.
That's
Hang
fair.
it, Caleb.
That's fair. I'll stop. Okay, after I won't go to the Georgia game. I'll just tailgate. I'll do that. How about that?
But like, even if you still got to keep up with it. Like you got to like toss your phone in the river and like
I've wondered what
cover your ears.
I wondered what it would be like. What could I do it? I don't think I could do it. Like if I said, all right, I'm gonna go walk away. Like I'm not gonna go to any more games. I'm not gonna watch games. If we got good.
Could you ever not watch a game though? No matter how bad we got, could you ever just sit down and not watch a game?
There were times. So like even if I don't get to watch a game. Like I was coaching youth soccer and like on the sidelines was like checking updates. I don't want to miss it. I don't like.
Something might happen.
What if we win?
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I mean, what if we had stopped watching that? I mean, I'm sure a lot of people did that Georgia game with the Hail Mary. I'm sure a lot of people were like, "Screw this, broken TV."
I almost left I was at my house watching with my brother. And I already had, plans and tickets to go to A&M.
Yeah.
And I was pissed. I was like, I paid good money to go watch us in College Station. We spent like 4 or 5 days there. I had to take days off work. I was like, we do this the week before. And like I left and came back in. Because I was like, part of me knows we have a chance. I couldn't do it. Like, I don't know how I could separate my life so far away. Like, would I have to just, like you said, throw my phone in the mountain and go somewhere I couldn't get signal? When I went backpacking, we played Mississippi State in the SEC. I went camping for a night in the backcountry and took a radio with me to listen to the game.
You old man. You're the old man in the stadium that still brings a radio and like listens to it.
No, I can't do that. I can't do that. But like Jesse was like, I want
to listen. Those are the real fans.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, because they have to listen to Bob Kessling. That's terrible. But I took. True. I was telling Jesse, I was like, I don't know if I want to go camping tonight. Like Tennessee plays. He's like, I've got a radio. I was like, all right, perfect. I sat up there. It was freezing cold, listening to freaking Bob Kessling call the game. We played Mississippi State in the first round of the SEC tournament this year, or for our first game. That was Mississippi State, right?
Yeah, maybe.
I can't even remember. I listened to it on a mountain from.
Or was it Ole Miss?
I think it was Mississippi State. Yeah, I thought it was a maroon color, so I thought maybe South Carolina.
It might have been. Oh, it could have been South Carolina too. I don't know.
No clue, but yeah, that's how committed I am. So I don't think I could give up.
I feel you. I'm excited about this season.
Okay, so you said you don't know how good we'll be. My biggest fear is
inside
front court, man.
Yep.
And even if Uros gets cleared, like I'm not. He didn't start at Arizona or play.
Oh, dude, he is the real deal. I'm telling y'all right now, Uros Plavsic is ready to take this country by storm. Dude, that's my man. I will go to war for that man. I'm pumped, dude.
What if he gets...
I've been waiting for so long for Tennessee to get a freaking 7-footer in here.
He ain't gonna be able to do nothing with that body. He couldn't on the West Coast.
It don't matter. He can just stick his arm up, and it's in his armpit.
Oh yeah, against Kentucky 6'11" guy.
Yeah, easy. Plavsic.
I'm just... All right, so honest, like even let's pretend, because
I am worried about inside because for one he's got to get cleared.
Yeah.
Because if you're not cleared, you got Fulkerson, and then who else you got? Shit, I don't know.
Is Gaines? Is he a power forward? Is he a 4?
No,
I can't remember how tall he was.
I don't think he's
very big.
Probably 6'6", 6'7".
Okay.
Maybe.
I mean, he's probably
6'5". He's probably shooting guard.
I couldn't. I was hoping maybe he, and then
Olivier Nkumwa.
Yeah. Then we got
Robinson Nkumwa.
Zach Kent.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's up with him. He hasn't played any.
Yeah. Who knows?
Got Pawns.
I think even with the backcourt, I think they're good enough to. I think we're a top 6, top half of the SEC.
Oh
still.
yeah.
That's a good thing.
Make the tournament.
Like, it'll still be a fun season if you're not, like...
That's your goal.
If you're not win every game type of mentality like some of our fans are for some reason. If you don't feel that way, then you're going to have fun this season.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're going to be competitive in every game. I don't feel like any game is just marked off as a loss.
Right.
I think we...
good.
Yeah.
Golly.
Oh, Florida's going to be good.
Yeah. We don't play LSU this year, though, do we?
Yep.
We do?
I think at home.
Yeah, it'll be a home game if we're playing. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we do. Because I think we play Florida, who's top 25, Kentucky, Florida, LSU, and then Memphis. Those are your 5 top 25 games.
I don't think Florida
home.
will be as good as people are projecting them to be. They'll be top 4 of the SEC probably.
They got a good recruiting class, and they got Blackshear.
Yeah. Blackshear is a difference. Like, we talked about how he'd be a difference on this team, which means he'll be a difference in Florida. Doesn't change.
We got Plavsic.
We got Plavsic. That's all that matters. That's the only transfer that matters.
Yeah. I mean... You're going to need Bowden and Lamonte to get that it factor and take over games.
Yeah, hopefully Lamonte's confidence from the end of the season. I mean, he's coming off that shoulder surgery, and it nagged him and nagged him and nagged him for not half the season, but the beginning part of the season, it nagged him to the point where Rick Barnes was, we're not playing you until you're 100%.
Yep.
So obviously it's going to take some time to get that confidence back, but man, right at the end of the season, tournament time, at least SEC tournament, I mean, man was flying as high as you could.
Yep.
So...
Josiah James is another one. We're gonna have to.
He's got to live up to that five-star hype.
Yep,
has to,
or at least a 4-star, something.
I need 5-star hype.
He's got.
We're not gonna be that good this year, like all across the board. We're not gonna be that good. You gotta step up. I need that 5-star.
Let's get it, dude.
I need that 5-star.
You got Plavsic. You're good. If you got Plavsic on your team, you're good.
Kind of creep me out when you say it.
Plavsic. You just gotta love it, dude. You just gotta love the Plavsic hype.
I love it. I'm buying into it. I'm fully bought in. You got me.
I got you.
You got me.
You know Plavsic is coming. Look out, Naismith Award.
Where's he even from? I mean, I know he's like from Chattanooga, but
he's from Plavsic. I don't know. I have no clue. He's from somewhere overseas.
Yeah.
I would say like Ukraine, Russia. You know,
like, that's a good guess.
Czechoslovakia. You know, it's somewhere over there. Plavsic.
College football preview. Oh my gosh. College football preview.
Who cares?
There really are no like good games.
I'm excited for Friday night. I want to see Cal. I want to see how good they are.
See,
They're 4-0.
I am excited for Cal.
Top 15. I want to see how good they actually are.
Down. I've also got the Navy-Memphis game on Thursday. Pat McAfee's calling it.
Dude,
the best
Pat
team in
McAfee
Tennessee's playing.
Is awesome.
I love Pat McAfee.
He's a great dude. For the brand.
for the brand.
He like paid us to say that too, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'll be watching the Thursday Navy-Memphis game.
Yeah, that'd be a good game.
You mentioned the Friday Arizona State Cal game. That's one to look out for, just because Cal, what they've done this year, and I mean it's probably one of the only other good games of the weekend. Then you've got Clemson at UNC. Is UNC falling apart? Have you watched any of them? What do you got for them? I know we've been keeping up with them just because.
I don't think they're that good.
Yeah, so Clemson runs away with it.
I think they're probably a 6-6 team.
Probably.
Maybe.
Good thing they got 2 wins out of the way early on.
They might go. They could surprise me and go 8-4 with how bad the ACC is, but probably not.
Probably not. Speaking more ACC, 18 Virginia at number 10 Notre Dame. Can Notre Dame bounce back? I mean, I don't know. Like, is this the point where they fall apart?
Oh no, they'll fall apart at the end of the season.
All right, in bowl season.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, that's why they never played a conference championship game.
I'm excited to see them. I'm excited to see kind of where they're at after a loss.
Right. I'm curious too. Virginia.
Opponent. Yeah.
I haven't bought into that Virginia team.
You're not a Cavalier hype guy?
Yeah, I'm not on that yet.
Well, who they played is kind of trash.
Right.
30-14 against Pitt. They beat William and Mary. FSU, they won 31-24, and Old Dominion 28-17. Ugh. I don't like that.
I don't either.
I won't put money on
them. Number 21 USC at number 7 Washington.
This will be a good game.
I think so too. I saw a tweet today. Urban to USC.
Urban
Meyer to USC next year. He's already spent enough time with his family. Ready to get back in it.
Urban to Urban. I don't know.
SEC game.
That seems like
games.
That seems like an NCAA violation already.
Just already just suspend or take away scholarships right now.
But he doesn't get in trouble, so
no. SEC games. Mississippi State at number 7 Auburn. I'm excited to see that game. I'm curious to see where Mississippi State's at. Curious to see where Auburn's at. Probably riding that high a little bit. I don't think they were underdogs per the books, but I think a lot of people had counted Auburn out. Like they thought this was where they trip up.
Yeah, road game. Bo Nix, freshman quarterback. That's another thing I want to point out. Freshman quarterback. We shouldn't be scared to throw a freshman out there.
No.
Number one, we're probably gonna do it next year. Number two, a lot of teams are. North Carolina, TCU, USC. You know, some of these are due to injury, and some of these are high profile guys.
Right.
But they're doing it.
It'll be okay.
They're winning. They're winning some games, not all of them. Auburn's won all of them.
Right. So far, we'll see.
Yeah. South Carolina's another one. They're playing.
That's what I'm going to talk about next. Kentucky and South Carolina. I think this is going to tell us a lot about
both of these teams.
Both of these teams, and from a Tennessee perspective, I think it's really going to be telling whether we can beat them or not. Because it's not Kentucky going to Kentucky last year probably played their best game against Florida.
Yeah,
and that was a good Florida. I'm not even denying that was a good Kentucky team. I think that's a lot of reasons I point and say Jeremy Pruitt's a decent coach. He beat a good Kentucky team. So I'm not denying last year, but this year I'm not convinced they're good.
Yep.
But they played good enough to win against Florida. They should have won.
Yep.
Now, are they going to have that get up mentality with South Carolina? No. So I think you find out more about who Kentucky is this week. And same for South Carolina.
Yeah.
Which they haven't played good against anybody really, but
yeah, a couple backup quarterbacks playing.
Yeah, I mean they're trying to find a quarterback right now too due to injury. They're an injury team. So yeah, I think we find out who these teams really are.
And heck, if you get in a dog pile and Cash Daniels is in there, I mean, good Lord, watch out. You might be throwing your third string in there.
Watch your ankle.
Man's an ankle biter.
Yeah, that was a bad look. Washington State, Mike Leach. I watched a couple YouTube videos today about Mike Leach. They were just funny. I don't want him to coach my football team, but they're funny.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's like, well, we'll score points. You might.
And you might get a lot scored on you.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad if we ran more of a spread, especially with Brian Maurer and JT Shrout. I wouldn't hate it.
I don't see a current problem with their offense. Maybe quit running less bubble screens, but that's about all I got for you. Oh, my
God. If we run a bubble screen again, I'm going to lose my mind.
Oh, it's going to happen on the first play.
I'm going to throw my wife off the balcony.
You remember that year? I don't remember. It might have been 17. No, it wasn't 17 because Josh Dobbs was quarterback. We would run a screen of some sort on the first play of every game.
Sometimes it worked. I've never seen a bubble screen work.
You do your tendency so much that they think you're actually going to go away from your tendency, and then you hit your tendency.
Ooh, mind games.
That's when you know you've gotten really good at tendency.
I like mind games.
It's kind of like
Don't like the bubble screen.
it's kind of like Belichick being able to run verticals down the middle all game, or that Edelman dig route all game. Like you know they're gonna do it so much. Maybe now they're not gonna do it, and then they do it. Yeah, that's genius. I like that. Speaking of it,
I just don't get like when we throw a bubble screen. I feel like it's when they do it in practice. Like JG will throw it, they'll be like, too hard. Throw it again, too soft. Too hard, too soft. Like he just can't figure out how to perfectly throw a bubble screen.
I'm just like,
I don't think it's that hard.
I realize it hit Ty Chandler in the hand, but like it was his back shoulder and at his feet.
Yeah.
That's not how you throw a bubble screen.
You really get somebody killed.
Well, I mean,
if we're one missed block away from Ty Chandler being in a hospital bed.
I mean, how often is a guy running downhill at that point going to be able to, and any wide receiver at that matter, catch a ball at their back shoulder when it's not a back shoulder throw and at their feet? Nobody. Remember that time I got freaking hospital balled on a tunnel screen? That was awesome.
Good for you, man.
Like, I knew it was so late. I was like, no. Like, do not throw it and then add up to missed blocks and a floater in there.
I don't ever think I got hospital balled.
Oh, I got, like, the linebacker did not even, like, he probably could have pick-sixed it. And he, like, I went up to just bat it down. Like, I thought he was going to try to catch it.
Because you're more like the backside receiver, correct?
No, I was on the strong, but I was the farthest, I was the widest wide receiver.
Okay.
I was on the outside.
So, our senior year too?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a tunnel screen.
I'm trying to think of...
It was a tunnel screen, so I'm going inside.
I'm trying to think of... Because I guess you're opposite of me, but
No, you played inside of me. Didn't you?
Oh, I played Z?
I think so. Guess. Yeah. Yeah, because your junior year, you were actually in the slot most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I never really got hospital balled.
I got hospital balled. First game of the season. I woke up.
Setting the tone.
I woke up. I got up pissed. I should have been waking up.
Like, get woke, Caleb.
I got hospital balled in the same game on a deep slant.
Nice.
Again, one of those, like, the safety sat down, and I tried to run behind him. I guess I didn't get hospital balled. I should have got hospital balled.
Did you catch it?
Huh?
Did you catch it?
No.
Oh.
It was a terrible throw. A garbage throw.
Garbage.
No, I went, what happened? Oh, I tried to go under him, and I was like, how did he not murder me? Yeah. It was bad.
I bet I know who it was, too.
I'm sure everybody knows.
It wasn't that Brody Rollins, was it? He's probably listening to this. Was it Brody Rollins?
I know it was my boy Brody Rollins. Let's leave it at that. Speaking of disagreements about quarterbacks, we'll get into that later.
Okay.
It was my boy Brody Rollins.
Gotcha.
NFL power rankings. I mean, mine's pretty easy, I feel like.
Yeah. I do
want to talk about one interesting one, so let's run through them. I'll let you read off yours, and I'll tell you where mine are different, because I know at least one, maybe two will be different.
I got Pats.
Yep.
Chiefs.
Yep.
Rams.
I got Green Bay there.
Okay.
Green Bay's getting better, by the way.
Cowboys.
Rams, Cowboys.
Okay. I have Packers at 5. So they're the same 5.
I had Green Bay at 3, so I kept them there, honestly. And the fact that they scored more points this week. Because their offense was looking questionable may not be the right word, but iffy.
Yeah. I think they're missing like a decent receiver.
Yeah.
Like they have Devontae Adams, Scandling, or however you say his name, Valdez. But they need like one more. Like they're missing that Randall Cobb.
Right. Who is that? Dallas.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about Detroit. How close are they? How close are they? I mean, if they beat Kansas City, they're in because they knocked the only other undefeated team out.
Yeah.
If they even play Kansas City close and, like, let's say Dallas or LA or somebody like that loses, are they in?
I don't know.
I guess it depends on maybe those other losses. But, like, Detroit, if they play Kansas City close, because I'm sitting here thinking they ain't the real deal, but they keep winning.
Yeah.
And I just don't expect them to beat Kansas City. Like that.
What about the Bills?
Bills are undefeated, too. I forgot about the Bills.
Yeah. I mean, Josh Allen, he's looking...
They play the Patriots this week, though, right?
Ooh.
So, Detroit, who shouldn't be undefeated, is playing Kansas City. And are the Bills playing?
So, Detroit they're undefeated, but they have tied a game. They tied with the Cardinals, yep.
That's right. They taught the Cardinals?
Yeah.
Okay.
Week 1.
How funny is it that there's ties in football?
Yeah,
That's why everybody says they hate soccer, and there's ties in football. And I hate football and college soccer worse for that reason, that you can go into overtime and still tie. If you go into overtime, you gotta
play to win.
You gotta play to a winner.
Yep.
You can't go into overtime and still tie. That's stupid.
That's butt.
Yeah, that's really dumb. I mean, I know you had NFL talk. What do you got for me? Because
I think one thing is Daniel Jones.
One game. I'm not riding high on him yet.
I mean, I'm not either. But
everybody's already walking back on their.
I mean, you got to tip your hat to the performance he had in his hometown.
Credit to him for sure.
That's awesome
for sure.
I mean, he looked fast too. He's running that thing.
White boy can move.
Run that thing. He looks like
2 rushing TDs, right?
Have you seen that? There's a movie coming out. It's got Will Smith in it, and then he is fighting another Will Smith, a younger version in a I don't know what it's called. It's really weird.
That sounds terrible.
I don't plan on watching it.
Yeah, that sounds.
But it looks like it reminds me of Eli Manning and Daniel Jones.
They're fighting each other. Yeah.
Yeah, and one's like a younger version of himself.
Right.
Yeah, Daniel Jones. The Dolphins. They're. But I will say this about the Dolphins.
Could Alabama or Clemson beat the Dolphins this year?
Possibly. Damn near.
They're that bad, huh?
I think, but the Dolphins are fun to watch because they're so bad. It's fun. They're so bad. It's like who's another team that
you're watching to see if the other team covers.
Yeah, so you're watching dude, this is funny. They're terrible. It's fun, that 0-16 Lions team.
I couldn't watch it because you know what?
It was funny because they're so bad.
It would have to be like watching the 2009 South Louisville team.
Oh yeah,
dude, that was.
Or the 2016 or 17. What was the team that went 0-10?
I was on that team, so I feel comfortable saying that.
Oh, okay, that's true. That's true. We were bad.
Yeah, we were awful.
But the Dolphins are that bad. It's fun to watch. But Denver, they're kind of good.
Yeah, so you're like, they're not.
Yeah, so it's not fun. It's not even fun to watch them.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like that.
Hey, Kyle Allen, baby.
Kyle Allen. 2 A&M guys balling out. That ended up transferring from A&M.
Yeah, they actually competed for the starting job while they're there.
Yeah.
And I think Kyle Allen won that.
Yeah.
And then they both transferred after that.
Where did Allen play?
Houston.
He
redshirted at Houston and then went to the draft.
Yeah.
Went undrafted.
Right.
And then Kyler, you know what he did. But yeah, 4 touchdowns. Solid. I'll take that.
Kyle Allen, baby.
I mean, the Panthers' defense is good. It's just Cam Newton can't hit a Dominique Wood-Anderson down the field. Oh, yeah.
I was about to say, he didn't play this week, though.
We can't either.
Who'd they play?
They play the Cardinals, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Bears and the Skins?
I didn't watch the game.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, the 10-team parlay was the only reason I even kept up with it. I knew that game was going to be terrible.
Dude, every time Khalil Mack does something good, I'm like, dude, the Raiders must hate themselves.
Yeah. Right. How freaking awesome was that move that dude did? How creative. I don't remember who it is. The defensive end, maybe? On the Bears, where he
it was Trevathan.
Yeah.
So he just
he kind of just all he did was turn his body like he was going another direction, and
yeah,
pretty clever.
It's clever.
I wonder if he was him and his coach probably arguing. His coach was like, "That is not going to work. If you do that, I'm pulling you out." He's like, "All right, let's see."
Yeah, the CTE hasn't kicked in yet. Yeah. He's still smart.
Yeah.
That's terrible. I shouldn't say that.
So speaking of, you say Khalil Mack. So what about John Gruden not being able to hang on to the 2 best players that the Raiders have had?
He's a freaking idiot.
Yeah.
Man. The only good thing he did was get Darren Waller.
Yeah, that was he's been bad
because that dude's good.
Right.
I picked him up in fantasy. He's good.
Nice.
Good guy.
Still kicked your ass.
You did, dude. I'm terrible. I don't even know what to do.
I didn't even look at the final. I need to go actually check my fantasy for this week. I haven't done that yet.
I don't even know what to do because I lost my quarterback.
Just hope they get back in time for the playoffs. That's
what I'm shooting for.
Last year I struggled. I finished 500, maybe less than 500, and won the league. And then a couple years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, I went undefeated and was the highest scoring team. Not only had I gone undefeated, I was also the highest scoring team in the league and lost in the first round.
That's how I was this year.
Yeah, like
Sucks.
it's stupid.
Sucks.
It is stupid. Like I somehow just balled out in the last 3 weeks, I guess.
And it's so funny. People take it very seriously, and you should. Yeah,
It's competitive, and it's with your friends.
but it's like you have no
Just
control. You have
zero.
like zero control over what happens.
Well, that's why I picked up Ezekiel Elliott in the second round. Y'all like, why'd you do that? I'm like, I'm just hoping he comes back. I mean, he should, and I hope he does, and he did, and it worked out. Like I'm doing all right. So
good for you, man.
yeah. I mean, I imagine someone would have picked him up.
You deserve
in our draft. In the second or third round, because I was the first pick of the second round. Surely somebody picks him up.
Yeah,
because he's a top 5 guy. You don't leave him sitting.
Did you have the first pick?
I had the last pick, so I had the first pick of the second round. So I'm saying, surely somebody picks him up in the second round. So he's a top 5 pick, and he's not on a roster currently. Like I understand why somebody in the first round didn't touch him, because you have the best 8 guys, however many are in the league.
See, I got that bad pick 6. All the running backs were gone. So you're like,
decide on wide receiver.
Yeah, you gotta get the best receiver.
Yeah.
But then it comes back around. There's no running backs left, so you just get another receiver. Yeah. Those middle picks suck.
Yeah. See, like you passed up Ezekiel Elliott in the first round.
Yeah.
For example. So,
yeah. Because I was like, no.
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame you. I'm just saying, like, I feel like in the second round you may pick him up though. If he's the best.
If he was available, I probably would have.
Far and above the best guy, you're probably taking him regardless. So
yep.
That's kind of that was my strategy.
Yeah.
And I got lucky. We're gonna do some segments, and before we do that though.
Oh, I gotta.
Yeah, he's got some friends to tell you about. I'm gonna eat this Taco Bell. I'm just kidding. I'm not. But every time I look over to my right, I see these nachos.
You just want one?
Just want one so bad. I feel like eating a nacho on
a
microphone would be terrible.
You should. I wouldn't care. So I'm gonna tell you about our new friends at Blue Chew. Guys, remember the days when you're always ready to go? You want to increase your performance and get that extra confidence in bed? Listen up. BlueChew.com, that's blue like the color, brings you the first chewable with the same FDA-approved active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, so you know it works. You can take them any day, any time, day or night, on a full or empty stomach, and since they are chewable, they work up twice as fast as a pill, so you can be ready whenever the opportunity arises. If you could benefit from extra function and more confidence where it counts, Blue Chew is the fast and easy way to enhance your performance. Most guys talk a good game, but Blue Chew helps you follow through. Blue Chew is prescribed online and shipped straight to your door in a discreet package, so no in-person doctor's visits, no waiting in the pharmacy, and best of all, no more awkwardness. They're made in the US of A, and since Blue Chew prepares and ships direct, they're cheaper than a pharmacy. Right now, you can get a special offer. Our listeners, if you go to BlueChew.com and get your first shipment, you can get that for free using the special promo code ARMCHAIR. Again, that's ARMCHAIR. Just pay the $5 shipping to try it for free. They're better, cheaper, faster. Go check them out.
You'll be better and faster.
Ooh.
Maybe not cheaper if you get Blue Chew.
That first shipment, though.
But you'll be better and faster all the time. Like, you'll... I don't know if y'all can see that. He's probably hiding behind his computer. He hit the... Is it the whoa? Is that right?
The whoa.
Segments. So we still haven't decided on a JumboTron. So I guess we're skipping that. We'll come back to it. Oh, do you have one?
Yeah, we'll just knock it out.
What do you got?
First words that come to your mind about this football season.
Depressing.
Okay. I'm gonna go with ouch.
Anger.
Okay. I'm gonna go with hot.
I like that. Therapy. That's my last one.
Therapy. Alcoholism.
There you go. All those fit in the same categories. It makes sense. We are this week's Stupidity is an Epidemic for that. I'm just kidding. We do have some stupidity. So my phone died. So I had like 3, but I don't even remember them. I have one more, though, that I wrote down. So that's good. So Shannon Sharp was writing about, in his words, Clowntonio Brown.
Yeah, what a freaking idiot.
You substitute one letter. You substitute 2 letters. It's clown.
Yeah. It rhymes with brown.
Yeah, like, is Antonio Clown not creative enough for you? You're like, oh, everyone does that. Can't do that. Clowntonio Brown. I appreciate the hustle for trying to, like, he was like, he
tried to be original.
He was in a meeting and he was like, he wasn't listening to whatever they're talking about, the production meetings. Guys, listen to my next tweet. Clowntonio Brown. And everyone kind of like laughs, like they think they're laughing along with them.
Yeah.
And then they realize he's being serious and they're like, oh, he doesn't know.
Yeah.
That's how that production meeting went.
Ouch. How do you tell Shannon Sharp that he's an idiot to his face?
You don't?
You don't? You're like, hey Shannon, Clown and Brown rhyme.
They probably like told him
He
that.
was like, you're absolutely right. They do. Clowntonio Brown can rhyme. Okay, not what I was thinking, but
yeah,
sure.
like he was probably like, they're probably like, hey, he could be Antonio Clown. He's like, no, but that's the joke. You guys don't get it.
Yeah, that dude. Oh my goodness. My first one is Bleacher Report.
Okay.
So after the game between the Chiefs and the Ravens, they had a picture of Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson shaking hands, and the caption is "See you in the AFC title game?" Question mark. Can you tell me why?
Who
that's
is this?
Dumb? It's Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes. It says "See you in the AFC title game."
Yeah, they're in the NFC, right?
No, they're in the AFC.
But they're in the they wouldn't play for the title. Sorry.
AFC title game. That's what it said.
Okay. Wait, Lamar Jackson and
Patrick Mahomes, Ravens, Chiefs.
So
Why is it dumb?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you why it's dumb. It's dumb because they forgot about Bill Belichick and Tom Brady.
Fair enough to that.
Like, they're the best team in the league by far.
I thought you were going for another direction of stupid. That's all I guess the Ravens are in the...
I was like...
But I was like, I thought they were in the same... Never mind. Okay.
Like, it was like...
Yeah, that is dumb, but a different direction of dumb than I was thinking.
Yeah. I was like, come on, man.
So, who was it? Did you see, speaking of the Chiefs, this isn't stupidity, did you see the Ringers, Patrick Mahomes video? It was to take Country Roads.
No.
It was, I'll show it to you. Adam Massey loved it, so he showed it to me several times.
Oh, so I have a question for us as well.
Oh, okay.
But I'll get to the stupidity.
Is the question stupid, or is it?
That might be it. I think that is it. Yeah, that's it. I want to ask you a question. Is Tennessee's team 100 times better than they were?
No. But what is he supposed to say at the same time?
I guess.
Like, is he supposed to be like, you know what? Thank you for asking that question, Landon. We're terrible. Yeah. And it's my fault. Like, we suck. Coaches have not been able to develop. Players got worse.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
I do think some positions have gotten better, but some have gotten...
I probably wouldn't have said 100 times better. I'd probably been like, I think we're in a better position than we were last year. Like, something like that. You know,
and it really sucks that your most important position is one where they've gotten absolutely worse.
Yeah.
Most important position in all of sports.
Right.
Has gotten 100 times worse. And it makes your whole team look bad.
Yeah.
If you can't score points, I mean, you're not going to win.
No.
Because your defense is mad because no matter how many stops they get, the score is going to be the exact same.
Right.
So, I don't know. I think that's what kills our team. That's why I think if we're 3-1 right now with a close loss to Florida, if we have a decent quarterback.
I agree with that.
It sucks. And I don't know. I'm not saying Brian Maurer or JT Strout would have done any better.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that
we could
at
be
all.
hating them at this point. I mean, like,
it could be the same thing. But I'm saying the quarterback play has to improve. I'm done talking about that. But
is that the question or is that your question?
No, that was just me. So Will Thomas at William UT11 said, "What are the chances Pruitt makes a change at quarterback? You think?"
I mean, I'd probably say, 70-30. I don't think it happens. I don't see it happening.
Yeah.
I want it to. I don't see it happening.
I agree with that. I mean, it looks like JG was taking the first reps, so I guess do with that what you will.
Yeah. I don't think it happens. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I'll say that for sure.
I think it needs to happen, but it probably doesn't.
Great.
You're right.
Any other questions?
No.
Guys, check us out on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, obviously on Periscope. That's where you can find our podcast. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can find us at More Important Issues, _issues, More Important Issues 16, any variation of those three. Find us on Armchair Media Network as well. We've got several articles up from our great team of writers about the Florida game, about random stuff, about recruits next year. Tennessee football, not necessarily random stuff, but random stuff inside of Tennessee football.
Yeah.
Just plenty of content that you'd love to see. And then we'll have some basketball articles up here soon as basketball season is approaching. So make sure you check us out.
We're bringing the boat in, and we out.